to say a word to the preacher's kids that are here. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand, and I'm not putting pressure on you, but I am a PK. I am a PK, and I'm just going to tell you, it goes with the territory. If you are a PK, you are a prime candidate. I'm going to get to you non-PKs in just a minute, but let me talk to you PKs. If you're a preacher's kid, you are a prime candidate. Let me tell you why. Because your daddy loves people. Your parents give themselves away. They serve people. They're the first ones to get there, the last ones to leave. They're the ones that are serving the house of God. Your house is filled with prayer. Your house is filled with peace. It ought to be, if it isn't, your house is filled with the joy of the Lord. You get to watch the ministry up close and personal. My father was a preacher, and I never heard him say a cross word about anybody. He was behind the pulpit when he was behind the wheel, when he was behind the dining room table. He was a godly Christian man, and I became a prime candidate because of the culture and the environment that I was raised up in. And don't think for 1 minute that because your father or your mother are in ministry that you have to go in ministry. They cannot call you. Only God can call you. And nobody should put pressure on you to be anything that God doesn't want you to be. And I don't have time to deal with all of that, but now let me say something to the non-PKs. God is no respecter of persons. I might be preaching to young people tonight. Your mom and dad are not even in church. Your mom and dad don't even love God, and somehow a friend invited you and you came, and God filled you with the Holy Ghost, and you're excited and you got a hold of something. I want to tell you, you can position yourself. I want to tell you exactly how you do it. Be the first one to the altar and the last one to leave. When all of the other young people are getting ready to go party and have a big time and line up the restaurants and the dates and all of that, you be the last one coming out, dragging yourself up from the altar with your eyes all red and your cheeks swollen, and there's snot been running down your tie or your blouse, and there's tear stains on your silk shirt, and you come out, hey, what's going on? Well, where have you been, man? I've just been loving God. I've just been feeling after God. I've just been pursuing the presence of God. God calls young people at the altar. He calls young people when they position themselves to hear the voice of God. And so Samuel lays down. He's a prime candidate. It's so obvious. And here comes the voice of God.
Samuel. Samuel.
Isn't it amazing how whenever we try to typify the voice of God, it's always a deep, rich, baritone voice?
Samuel.
Wouldn't it be just like God if we get to heaven and his voice is like an Irish tenor? Well done, good and faithful servant. Hey, everybody, come on in. It's great to see you. Let's begin the party. Care what his voice sounds like, I just want to hear it, and I want to see him as he is. Hallelujah! Woo! All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have slipped into comedy mode there.
Samuel.
I think that's better. Oh, he was calling me. He never calls me at night. That old man, he snores. He must be sick. He gets up. No, son, I didn't call you. Go lay back down. It happens 3 times. Finally, Eli figures it out. Son, that's the voice of God. If it comes again, you say, speak. Thy servant heareth. This time when he goes and lays down, it's not like it was the other 3 times. Now he's trembling a little bit. What if it is God? What if God's calling my name? Oh, maybe he won't call me anymore now. I missed it. I blew it. I goofed up. I was so stupid. He lays down. He's not asleep. He's quiet. He's listening. Sure enough.
Samuel.
man or a woman's name twice. It only happened just a few times. Saul, Saul. Jacob, Jacob. Moses, Moses. Abraham, Abraham. And Samuel, Samuel. When God calls your name, that's something special. But when he calls it twice, it's a term of endearment. It's a term of a heavenly lover. It's saying, I need you. I've been pursuing you. I've had my eye on you. I've watched you get up early and pray in the morning. I've watched you get out my word and you read it and tears sometimes fall down your face. You've positioned yourself. You are a prime candidate. I'm calling. I believe the call of God is going out of this house tonight. I literally believe that somebody is going to leave this house tonight and say, on February the 20th, 2010, at the MAC in Maui, God called me to do something special for his kingdom. That was the night my life got direction. That was the night I stopped foolishness. That was the night I stopped playing games with my walk with God. That was the night I took a giant step out and I gave myself away. That was the night. I want to tell you something, friend. There are preachers in this congregation tonight that could take you to the place. They could take you to the spot. They could tell you the day. For me, it was Cincinnati, Ohio, August the 5th, 1976, when God called me to preach. When God called my name, I had doubts in my mind before that night. But since that day, I have not had a doubt. When the devil has tried to get me to doubt it, I was able to take him back to the place and say, you are a liar and the father of all lies. I remember the voice of God. I remember the passion in my heart. I remember the desire that he gave me. You cannot take that away from me, you thief. I have been called by God.
Hallelujah.
The call of God is a unique thing. It's just like receiving the Holy Ghost, even though we all